teaching you guys how to, get in the house and put the products down and run through the presentation. If you get the presentation down, the close actually can be a lot easier than it needs to be. It can be quite complicated too, but if you retain what we're teaching you and you follow the program throughout the close and when you're laying your money down and going through your discounting sequence, once all that stuff comes into play, it's just going to be a matter of teaching you guys some of the backside stuff, a couple more of the, some of the tricks of the trade. And, that's why I put Anthony on the spot. Are you still learning? Yeah. Everybody always brings up my little saying because it's something that I learned. Okay, I mean, I was 45 years old when I went into sales, so I was already kind of an old dog, trying to learn a new trick. But if I would have fucking knew this shit when I was a kid, I'd fucking be retired by now. Going into my own venture and doing things the way that they could be done here, and I was younger and full of piss and vinegar, but my saying is, if you're green, you grow. When you're ripe, you rot. Right? So learn something every day. And if you look back on life, a lot of times you are learning something every day. Unless you're the guy that just says, fuck out. I'm not reading that crap. I'm not doing this. I'm not listening to that fucking guy. But as it pertains to us and what we're doing, there's no way, that we could cram all the information that we have, into your guys' head even in a 1 month training session. It's just because so much of it has to do with experience and being out there with the customers and running into some of the, that's why I say we throw you out to the wolves because you guys do need to go through your bumps and bruises. You need to have some of those experiences to make you better and you learn the most. So that so when you go out to that and you can identify, that customer that's being that way the next time and you can work around it, or say the right thing instead of saying something that's a killer statement that just shuts that customer right down. It's just like we say, like me, you guys on Facebook?
Yeah.
I got a nephew who's on Facebook. I can't say nothing about Trump without him coming out and fucking putting some kind of report about how shitty he is and this and that. And, I'll be honest, I engage with him too. When we go back and forth and we banter and, at least all the, on his end, it was all name calling and he had his buddies jumping in and they were calling me stupid and fucking you dumb old man, you boomer, this, that. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Jeez. But something that you never bring up in a demo when you're sitting with the people, politics or religion. Okay, because those are two things that can take somebody's level of where their emotions are at and either put them on an extreme high or it can send them on an extreme, low. So in other words, they can get super excited about it or they can get pissed off angry. So those are things to avoid. If they ever bring them up, you always just agree with them. Yep. And if they start hammering you about politics, you can always revert that. Well, I'm not really the most political guy, so I don't have, I don't really have the information to debate anybody, but I agree with you.
Or just turn it back like what he said too, and just say, hey, I let sales 101. Never talk politics or religion in somebody's house. So I'm going to be the fifth here, and just kind of back away, and they'll be cool because even agreeing with them. That might be the husband's stance, but the wife is going fuck his stance and everything else, and now you're agreeing with him, and she thinks you're an asshole, and she's the one who's going to cut the check.
Oh, yeah.
So just I learned way back in the day when I started sales, never talk politics or religion in a customer's house. And then move on.
Just like you never do business with family or friends.
I never sold cars to friends or family. I'd refer them to sales guys next to me.
Right. Well, you're going to find out. Oh, you're going to get that. I'm just getting estimates. Well, I'm waiting on an estimate. My my buddy's friend is a roofer, and I'm waiting for him to come over. Well, if you have a friend that does it, why hasn't he been here yet?
Yeah.
What are you waiting on? Why isn't he here? Well, you would think that'd be the first guy to come over here and give you a price.
Leave our stuff here.
Yeah.
Or...
What time did you say? Be back?
Hour.
45 hour?
Yeah. Well, JJ. What's up, man?
Yeah?